Soldiers and cops are not the elite. How and why do they always find men to fill these roles? The brainwashing is not mystical, it's a layered process. Step 1. Early discipline in school. We are all trained to accept hierarchies as normal. 2. Recruitment. Becoming a cop or joining the military often offers you an escape from poverty. In America, you get higher education if you serve your time in the military. That's incentive for a lot of people. Important incentive. 3. Drills. Routine and repetition install scripts. 4. Status. Group loyalty. In the force. This brother in arms thing again. That works to detach people from their original communities. Their loyalty is to the rest of the force, not the community they came from, and certainly not the community they get deployed into as police. And 5 is cognitive shielding. Guilt gets neutralized as duty. Enter civilizing mission and protecting you from terrorism. This is Bill. Bill grows up in a working class area. His parents work long hours. School is the main source of discipline in his life. Bells and timetables teach Bill from an early age that time is controlled externally. He has no say. We must all be obedient to teachers and wear uniforms and stand in line and memorize things. These rituals condition you to accept authority very, very young. I should turn a light on. The versions of history and civics I think my channel have proven omit quite a lot. And so when you present the state as the protector of law and order repeatedly, you set that moral framework for this normalization. By the time Bill leaves school at 16, he's already been pre-trained to see punctuality and uniform and deference as normal. Let's say Bill is a laborer's son. He knows and sees poverty around him. It's a normal part of his local community. It feels unavoidable. The police offer Bill a steady pay, a uniform, symbolic prestige, and a small amount of power. Also, joining lifts him out of the precarious work that his father has to do. Once he signs on, he is physically moved to a barracks, which shifts him away from his old neighborhood rhythms. This is disassociation. It's a very, very disturbing way to do policing, moving people out of their hometowns. It's done deliberately in this structure of British Empire control because he identifies more now with the badge than with the city he came from. Training in these police manuals from Sir Robert Peel drill Bill. He has to march, and he is repeatedly corrected until his body is entrained to orders and command. He can now obey command instantly. The manuals even tell him how to walk a beat. Think about that terminology. Proper on the beat. How do you salute? How does he address the public? They're even provided with scripts, stock phrases. Move along. It is my duty, and you must keep the peace. This all frames the authority here as neutral, impartial, and moral. Bill genuinely believes he is protecting the community by spying on them. Because a lot of this job is rehearsed endlessly, Bill no longer needs to think. He gets rewarded for responding automatically with sanctioned words and actions, and he internalizes this. So now Bill polices himself. He keeps his posture straight and his boots clean, and he respects his superiors. The manual has been repeated so much that it is his inner voice. The manual and training stress that you are the guardian of the law, and Bill feels elevated above his working class origins. The law. Can Bill read the law? In most cases, no. Does he fully understand how laws get made? In most cases, no. He has been blindly trained to obey the structure of law without any cognitive understanding of how it works. Again, for law in policing. Train them on the law. They're upholders of justice, not peace. By the time Bill is 5 years into his career, he has bonded more with his fellow constables than with anyone in his old neighbourhood. They might even have rituals for loyalty and secrecy, especially the higher up you go. So when he's then ordered to break up a strike, maybe even against men he knew before, he doesn't frame that as betraying his neighbours. He's telling himself, this is duty, I serve a bigger moral order. Again, never thinking about that critically or the history of the force. One of the first constables in the Metropolitan Police was Napoleon Bonaparte III. Upholding British values, okay. If Bill acts by the manual, he gets elevated, and if he deviates, he gets disciplined. For coppers, even off duty, the role becomes their identity. The definition of identity politics, he's not Bill anymore, he's Bill the copper. Part of the old Bill. He doesn't know or recognise the old Bill. And he doesn't see himself as a class traitor, just a guardian of peace, because the manual has recoded his identity. By the end, Bill doesn't need a sergeant watching anymore. He enforces corrupt power voluntarily.